What's going on, guys? It's your boy Sydney, and let me tell you something that I love. I love opinion pieces by feminists because there's no facts, it's just opinions, and it makes them look like complete spastics. Funny me saying it makes them look like spastics, and I was the one fumbling my words just now. But I have an article here. It's called "A Curfew for Men." What a great idea! A feminist, if you can read it, it's probably backwards, but a feminist opinion piece by Melinda Houston. Check this out. Gretel Lamont's recent letter in these pages, "No Men Allowed After Dark." What a totally, full stop, awesome, full stop, idea, full stop. I have, quite genuinely, been racking my brain as to what we can realistically do to ensure women's safety after dark. Demanding safe passage at all hours, regardless of where we are, what we're wearing, or our blood alcohol level is all very well, but that is never going to happen. No matter how much education there is, there are always going to be random evil dudes out there. So, how do we shift responsibility for women's safety from the victims to the perpetrators? Adding her bit to the debate, and in response to the suggestion from yet another letter writer that women shouldn't walk alone after dark or at night, Ms. Lamont came up with perhaps the most practical and efficient solution yet: a curfew on men. Genius! There are a number of options. One is simply to ban all men from being on the streets or on public transport after, say, 9:30 p.m., 10:30 p.m. daylight saving, which is effectively the restriction currently placed on women. As females, once we're out and about after dark, post-peak hour, we all know we're in potential danger. So let's shift the burden back onto the blokes, who certainly could be at large after curfew if they chose to, but would know they're at constant risk of being caught and spending the night in lockup, which in the scheme of things still isn't as bad as the risk of being raped and murdered. But how about when I want to, say, go out and have dinner with or a few drinks with male friends? Well, right now, at the conclusion of an evening's festivities, one or more of my male companions see me safely into a taxi. So her male friends are actually making sure she safely gets into a taxi. Looks like they're looking after her, right? But under the new regimen, any men out, and she's put the men in italics, any men out after dark would have to be accompanied by a responsible female. That'll be hard to find. And escorted in person to appropriate transport. It's completely doable. I can attest to it. I've been doing it for decades. Same rules for any chap who works nights. And if you can't afford a taxi or an Uber or arrange for a friend to collect you, well, gentlemen, you'd have to take your chances, just as the ladies currently do. See above regarding risk of arrest and imprisonment versus risk of gruesome, terrifying death. So this chick's basically saying that if a guy has to walk home, he's only going to get locked up and imprisoned. But if a girl walks home, she's going to get raped and murdered. I know it sounds untenable when the bare bones are laid out like this, but I, and every other woman in Australia, can assure you that it's irritating, sure. But you do get used to it. Eventually, it'll become second nature. And I know the idea is out there, and given the passion of our political leaders for law and order, and keeping us all safe, draft legislation can't be far away. Now, guys, you know I like to drive and talk, so I'm going to do a little bit of that right now. This is going to be a very interesting one to try and implement, I have to say. So, now, when women go out of an evening, right, and they're inebriated, and they drink drive, does that mean they're only going to kill other women because there'll be no men out? When women get into fights with other women, does that mean that men are still going to be to blame somehow for toxic masculinity, even when we're not there? Who's going to man the kitchens that they're chefing in? And who is going to be the person driving the Uber or the taxi? You know, at 2 a.m. on a Sunday night, it's not going to be a woman, that's for sure. So basically, the women are going to have no Ubers and taxis to get home. And the only way they're going to be able to get home, because there'll be no there'll be no trains, there'll be no guys, working overnight to make sure that the trains run. There'll be no guys driving the night ride buses after the trains finish. So women are either going to have to walk or drive drunk, and then they're going to be killing each other on the road because they drive drunk. And can you just imagine an all-female nightlife, right? Women working in the kitchens, driving the Ubers, driving the taxis, working security, working in the ambulances, working as the police officers, attending violent brawls with 20 women who are all drunk, inebriated, drug-addled, and possibly highly psychotic. Can you imagine the absolute shitstorm? Right, and you may notice that I put in the thumbnail of this video the screenshot of the header of this article, and you'll note that it has opinion and feminism in the same row. Those two things typically don't go too well together. Now, I love the people that say feminism's about equality. Clearly it's not. Clearly it's not. Right, and anyone that's been following feminism for a while knows that this is the case. We have got my man, Men 101 in the house, man. You just been missing out on the good stuff, Men 101. Feminists want to put a curfew on men so they can't go out after dark. Well, it's 6:20 right now in Sydney, and I don't know if you guys can see around you, but it's pretty freaking dark out here. So I would love to see how they're going to implement the after dark curfew. It's typical female bullshit. It's typical gynocentrism. It's typical retarded opinions of a social justice warrior feminist. There's going to be no one. Guys, I just want you to just zone out for a moment and just focus. I just want you to focus for a minute and just paint this picture in your head. There is a nightclub full of women, right, trying to look better than each other, getting into catfights with only female security guards and female staff to try and calm these women down. You know, let's say a quarter of them are on their period. A lot of them are on drugs. Most of them are drunk. All of them are emotional. The security guards can't control them, so a brawl gets out of hand. They call the police, and then you get female police rocking up and also trying to control emotional women and telling them, you just need to calm down, right? Because women think that telling people to calm down will work. Because when they tell guys to calm down, we're like, well, it's not worth the hassle. We're just going to calm down, right? Because we're logical and we know that that's the best course of action at the time for our best interests. But trying to tell another woman to calm down is like poking them with a cattle prod, right? A burning, searing cattle prod. Right? It's not going to go down too well, right? These feminists are going to be like, and charge you. You know, you're going to be like, fucking come running after you and bowl you over. And then try to eat whatever it is that you're wearing that they think is edible. And then steal your money. And then charge you with rape. The fuckery is unbelievable. I mean, honestly, when are these chicks gonna learn that shit doesn't work if it's left to women, right? You just get, and after the brawl, right, all the girls will be sitting there with their broken high heels and their torn dresses, crying. There's gonna be fucking running makeup everywhere, and it's just gonna be an emotional fuck storm. Like, Seriously. Oh man. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But yeah, so it's just gonna be, it's gonna be fucked. Um, anyway, guys, I'm gonna do another video almost immediately after this. So if you want to see that, please don't go away. But I just wanted to share that little bit of feminist stupidity with you, and smash that thumbs up, guys. And if you're one of those 77% of people that watch my videos that are not my subscribers, the subscribe button is down below and the bell's next to it, so you get my daily notifications and red pills and juicy gossip about what's going on in the world of femtardery. All right, guys, I will be back very, very, very shortly. Oh yeah, they want a curfew for sure, Miggy. They want a curfew for sure. But you know what? Oh man, let them have the curfew. I reckon let them have the curfew for a fortnight. For a fortnight, they will be begging for men to come back. They'll be like, oh, this is so boring. There's no guys. I can't get an Uber. There's no taxis anywhere. Half the restaurants are shut because apparently they didn't have a chef. It's like, yeah, because the guy that was cooking your meal was a dude. Dumbasses. Fucking spastics. Anyway, I think that mainstream media publications should be just vetoing and shutting this shit down with stupid opinions like this. Really? I mean, see this hand? See how many fingers are on it? See how many fingers on this hand? That's higher than the IQ of this bitch. Really? Yeah, exactly. Pub test. Let the women fix the roads at night. Right? Oh, what's that you say? There are no women that work on plant equipment to fix the roads at night? Only so you're gonna have a bunch of lollipop ladies standing around with no roadworks being done. Right? What a waste of time. Let's get it done during the day. Oh, then you're gonna have a bunch of angry women. Why are they doing roadworks during the day? Yeah, because none of your mates with vaginas want to do it at night. That's why. Spastics. Right? And women want equality in the boardroom. That's fine. But you might want to make it your own company that you're demanding equality in. I mean, if I've got a company, right, and I've got a board of directors, and you're coming to me saying you have to hire women, it's like, why the fuck do I have to hire women? It's my company, bitch. Fuck off. Now, you want to start your own company, you can hire as many women as you want. Right? I'm sure it'll be utopia. Oh, that's right. That already happened. A woman already started a company and hired all women. And all she had all day was HR complaints and girls crying and bitching and whining and complaining and not wanting to do the job that they thought were other people's responsibilities. Right? Catfighting for the next promotion. It was just like next level fuckery. Next level fuckery. All right, guys, I'm going to be back very, 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 very shortly, like in the next 5 to 10 minutes. So don't go away. Make sure you smash that subscribe button and the bell next to it so you get the notification when it comes through, so you can get the heads up on all the juicy stuff that Sydney's going to bring to you. All right, man, I'll see you in 5 to 10. Peace.